G'day YouTube, welcome back to another video. And today I'm sitting in my latest project car, which is the VW Passat. It has been keeping me busy. There's a guy driving really crazily here, let him pass. But yeah, look, it's been good. There's, if you haven't seen my other videos, click on all the other Passat videos that I've gone through and just changed. Maybe talked about changing some of the bits and pieces to get it running again. It's now running really well, and when I'm right now, the only thing I really need in terms of the engine wise is the timing belt and water pump. I'm waiting for that delivery, and then I'll make a start on it and I'll do another video. The suspension, I think I need new springs and maybe some bushings here and there, so I'll wait and see. I'll take off the wheels and have a look and inspect it first before I order parts. But that's not what today's video is about. I'm going to switch my trusty old laptop. I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do a bit more on the technical side of things. I'm going to play around with this cluster a little bit. I'm going to see if I can do a bit of programming on it. I want to get needle sweep working on this like I have with all my other cars, well, with my main one of the Golf, that is. So what that's going to involve is you're going to need to get the blue KKL cable, looks like that. Get it installed. It's a bit of a challenge getting it installed. There's all sorts of things you got to go through. Not talking about it this time around, but we're going to do a read on the cluster. So what we're going to do is use I think it's called VAG Commander, I believe. Not that one. Right, I think I got it. It's EEPROM EEP ROM Programmer 1 version 1.1G, and it's that icon there. Forgot which one it is. But we're going to go into dash. We're going to read it. Open port COM2. So maybe I've got it on the wrong cable. Sometimes it's a little bit finicky that way. Go to a read. There we go. So when I installed the cable, the drivers, I installed it on a certain USB socket. So when you install it on that USB socket, you got to reuse that same USB socket. So that's the other kicker there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a read on the cluster using the blue cable, using EEPROM reader. It's reading the cluster now. It's a great little tool, if you need to program your immobilizer. May not work with all, but this is the way that works for my Golf, and my Golf had a certain, I think it was Emo 2, I think that's from memory. It's been quite a few years now, but yeah, I'm going to read the cluster. Then I'm going to use another. I'm going to save this. Oh, that's nice. Take a photo of that. But that's pretty much going to be my mobilizer details. SKC. Login details for Emo 3. There's you can do some programming here, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to save it. And I'll save it to the desktop. 3B is the Passat, so I'll do that. That's done. And now I'm going to open up my dash dump edit tool. That's going to load up a tool that will read the file that I just copied or exported out into the desktop, which is that one there. It's going to read that. And then it's going to give me options in the form of, you know, showing me what's been enabled, disabled. It's a great tool. It's someone from the, you know, Russia. Hats off to him. You know, I think it's might have been this bloke, Alex. Don't know, but hats off to you, buddy. Only works for EMO 2 and 3, which mine clearly says that I am EMO. Where is it? Immobilizer 3. So that's mine. So that works. So I can do cool things. So I can do needle sweep. So I want to enable that, and that's available only for EMO 3. So that's good. Source, switch outside temperature, don't need that. What I want to do is I want to keep the lights on, because it's with the lights turned off, I find that the cluster is really dark. So I might just say brightness of scale, brightness of needle, 100%. Okay. Increase MFA display, dash illumination mod. Oh, there it is. So displays only, displays and gauge. Display and gauge. So gauge only, light up. Display. Needle only, display and needle. Needle and gauge. Let's do needle will look cool, but I'm not going to see the numbers, so I think I'm going to do needle and gauge. I reckon another gauges. No, let's do all lit up. I think that's it for that section there. I think that's it. You can convert it. You know, you can transfer your data across, transfer speedo gauge, transfer matching data, all the rest of it. You know, I don't need it this time, but you can use this to transfer from one cluster to another if you found another cluster that you want to use. Don't need to do that. Distance to empty, cruise, rear door, disable, gong, door is open. Yeah, that's quite annoying, so that should. Correction fuel tank. Oh, no, that's. I think I'll leave all that. Good. So, start. Needle sweep patch is not applicable for your cluster ROM version. Fair enough. It's created the file. Cool. So that's my old file. That's the new file. Right, so I loaded the file, I went to file, I went to open, and I opened the new file that I produced or created from dash dump edit with the lighting up and all that stuff. So it's going to write again. It doesn't take very long. It takes a few moments, maybe 30 seconds at most. Right, still writing. It's important to also read the cluster first, and then do a write. Make sure you've got enough battery as well. You know, start it, drive it around for 10-20 minutes, or for 10 minutes, and then, you know, or connect up a charger. That's always a good strategy as well. That's done. And now my cluster is always, the cluster lights are always on. So even if I just drive it normally without the lights are off on auto, it's always going to be lit up for me. Now doesn't look like it likes the needle sweep, so I can't get that working, but you know, I can get other things working to how I want it, so not necessarily a bad thing.